The incident at Dyatlov Pass. Hiking and trekking up mountain trails have always been considered one of the best practices to connect with nature and with yourself. However, for 23-year-old engineering student Igor Dytalov, this was not the case. In 1959, Dyatlov and 9 other university students had planned a skiing expedition across the Northern Urals of the Soviet Union. The group of 8 men and 2 women were all grade 2 hikers with lots of skiing experience, and upon their return would receive their grade 3 certificate, the highest honor at the time. Because Dyatlov told his club that it would probably take longer than the estimated time, there was no immediate reaction to their disappearance. However, 8 days later, the relatives of the group demanded a rescue mission from the club. Soon, volunteers and students were joined by the army, who were deployed by the government with planes and helicopters. 14 days after Dyatlov promised to return, their tent was torn down with all of the group's belongings still stuck inside, along with their shoes. Cut open from the inside, footprints led out of the tent marked with socks, bare feet, and even 1 shoe to the woods. The first 2 bodies were found only wearing their underwear, with several broken bones. The next 3 were in between the woods and the tent, suggesting that they were on their way back to camp before freezing to death. Among the 3 bodies was Igor Dytalov, who the mountain pass is named after. The remaining 4 skiers were found under 4 meters of snow in a ravine wearing clothes that belonged to the other skiers, which suggested that they were taken by force. Investigations were reopened in 2019, but only to arrive at the same conclusion: that the deaths were all by hypothermia, perhaps caused by an avalanche that resulted in them having to leave the tent. The group's relatives are unsatisfied with the conclusion, however, as they have testified that the sports club has gone over that pass on much harsher conditions, and that Dyatlov and his crew were among the best. The media speculates that it was murder by the Mansi people, a cult that finds the mountains as spiritual. But 60 years later, no one still knows who or what could be behind these murders.